Joining me now is Tony Q. Tony's doing some pretty cool work in Africa around what we call project development, which are basically projects that generate carbon credits. So let's hear what kind of projects you guys are developing in Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing this amazing mangrove restoration project in the Niger Delta in Nigeria. The Niger Delta is one of the largest mangrove ecosystems of the world, but it's been degraded by population pressures and oil and gas. Now we're working with the communities to restore this land, restoring 5,000 hectares, conserving 40,000 hectares, providing millions of co-benefits to communities, reviving these communities, and bringing them a way to do environmental stewardship.
How do you actually develop the restoration? Are you out there planting mangroves in the mud, or do you have people doing this? How does it actually work?
Yeah, we take a very community-based approach. Everything works in the communities. We mobilize the communities. We first gather seedlings from them, put them into nurseries so that they mature, transplant them into the field with all communal staff, and monitor them with our community-based teams.
How does that translate into a carbon credit in terms of the rest of that financial cycle?
Yeah, so when these mangroves start to grow, they will sequester carbon with above ground biomass, below ground biomass, and soil carbon. That turns into a carbon credit then, which goes to investors and buyers. Right now, we're sourcing capital to fund these activities so that we could launch these projects and bring high quality carbon credits to the market.
And does Hedera fit into that? Do you guys use that technology to be able to verify what you're doing, or how does that work?
Yeah, they would be a bit more upstream to us. We would be working with the registries that are built with Hedera for high integrity transparency, so that we would be putting our projects
so
through
like a
platforms.
project on the platform.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
depending on which platform ultimately, but they're doing an amazing job just bringing transparency to the entire marketplace.
And what's the name of the project, and when will those credits be ready? Because I know there's a lot of people who talk about biodiversity credits and mangrove and blue carbon. Mangrove is, obviously really good because it has many benefits besides just the carbon itself. It helps with, shoreline mitigation. It helps with storm mitigation. They're massive carbon sinks. They're great for wildlife. So when do these credits become available?
We will be planting 2026. The project is called the Niger Delta Community-Driven Mangrove Restoration Project. It's a bit of a
They
mouthful.
couldn't pick a shorter name?
We try to get as descriptive as we can. And it takes a little while for the mangroves to grow, not the longest, but they grow pretty fast. But the first big tranche of credits will come out around 2029.
Okay, cool. Tony Q, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.